All right, so in the second video, I am going to talk about donation kiosk and what it offers to the same vertical that I'm talking about, you know, the chair, nonprofit organizations, temples, churches, mosques. And so what you've just seen was Cloud CRM or Customer++, and I think it's relevant when you know, you're actually selling merchandise through gift shopping or you know, however else it's set up in your environment. But if all you're doing is just asking for donations, this is the app that you want to take a look at more closely, because I think it would be a better match. So let's take a look.
All right, so the second part of the demo, again, for nonprofits, temples, churches, and mosques, I am showing the donation kiosk. And I think the difference between the Cloud CRM and the donation kiosk is, or this setup or the use cases, is that in the donation kiosk world, you're not really selling anything, you're simply asking for donations. And you're throwing the this device into a kiosk mode. So it's a semi-attended mode where customers directly interface with it without your participation. And so let me show you how that works. First, you go to edit, right? And you can create different donation reasons. Let me show you. Right, so the donation reasons can vary depending on what your specialty is or whatever is relevant in your world. And also you can leave this completely up to the customers. Instead of, you know, creating these reasons, you can just let them be prompted and enter whatever their own reasons. Same goes for the amounts, right? So here they are. We have some donation reasons. Here we have veteran affairs, homeless shelter, prompt the customer, help local business, and donate here. All right, so these are the reasons. And then you can do some settings here. You can design that screen. You can control the background, you can control the headers, you can control the title, you can control the body, you control the title and the body settings, and then you can control the footing. So color, image, none. Color, image, none. Right, so there's a lot of editing functionality that you can control to make the donation screen basically to your liking and to your needs, including the imagery or the color selection or the fonts. And then there's an email for donation logs, right? So I have mine entered there, but I want to enter something else. Let me get one of my Gmail accounts. And Gmail. Actually it's okay. .com. All right, apply. So there it is. Our gmail.com. And now we start the donations, right? So now we start. There's our start, and this is the normal flow, right? So the button says start a donation. So when you click on start donation, it prompts you to either provide your information or make a donation anonymously. So providing information is reduced down simply to the email address, for which we can then follow up with the customer. So, and if they are in our database, meaning if they've already done the donations before, then the information will be picked up based on just the email match. Watch this. I'm going to enter an email address that I know have already done it. This is why I actually changed it there, so I could use it here. Steve S at CSI Works.net. All right, so that's going to be me doing a donation, and that's my email address. I'm going to hit save. And now I'm prompted with a donation screen. And this is what I was talking about, that screen right here. So please don't judge me for my design skills. They don't exist. But, you know, that screen can be controlled. This is the header, this is the body, this is the footer, right? So you can have images, you can have fonts, you can have colors, whatever you want. You can basically customize the screen to your liking. All right. And I'm going to go with the help local business. And now we're gonna make this donation, and I think I'm just gonna run it for real. That'll be the fastest way to get through this. All right, so there we are. No tip. Okay, so we are processing our transaction. All right. we are done. Oh. Test. All right, so we signed the test, done. No receipt here, and then our app prompts for receipt, and I'm gonna say yes and show you what the receipt looks like on the app. Okay, so this is our app producing this receipt. This is what it would look like, and this gets printed on any device: Clover Flex, Clover Mini. And now I'm going to show you the rest of this functionality flow. For example, on the email. Right, so so this is the email that I've received right now as a merchant that says a customer has made a donation in your store, see receipt below. So there it is. And notice how under donor my information is filled out, and that is because the email address that we used matched previous transactions, and the information was already entered, so we just picked it up and transmitted it to the merchant. The customer gets an email that looks like this, and in this email they're basically invited to visit a website where information that they have provided, they can basically refill it out, or they can do this on the phone, or basically log in on the website and provide the information. Okay, and so now to exit out of this mode, we would click on these four dots on the four dots on the screen, and then it brings you back to just a locked screen. So it's completely safe from that perspective, right? So customers interfacing with the Clover wouldn't be able to get out of it, and even if they did, this is where they would get to. So it can sort of be in this semi-attended kiosk mode, and we utilized for transactions of donations, and the information is gathered from the customers and transmitted back to the merchant via email. So, and then the reports for these transactions exist on Clover because every donation is converted into what's called a custom item, and all the reports that are on Clover. In fact, while I log in, let me show you our hat while I'm logging in. All right, so there you go. I'm gonna show you real quick the reporting, right? So we ran the transaction, and then if you go to item sales, look at this uncategorized help, local business, right? So there is all of this transaction here, and it also brings it into the, actually no, it doesn't bring it into the customer field. Oh no, it does. So there it is, Jane Doe and John Smith. It's there.